The Toronto Maple Leafs just shocked everybody. And what we just witnessed was absolutely incredible. From John Tavares' pass while on his knees to an Austin Matthews bank goal at the end of the game. Halloween night brought some very interesting things for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they beat the Seattle Kraken in pretty dominant fashion. That is now 2 wins in a row. Joseph Woll had a great game. A lot of positives to take out of this one. And they're back on track after a few brutal losses in a row, especially the one against Boston in Boston. But Darius, it's Halloween night. What's up, everybody in here? Don't worry, Darius is not keeping that on for very much longer, but Halloween is upon us. And Darius, what a win from the Toronto Maple Leafs. A huge statement win. The Kraken came in with the same record, I believe, as the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs showed who the better team was, took care of business. What's up, Jose, Bill, Blake, Leo, Jim, everybody, Shane? It's a great game, and there's a lot to discuss here, but what's up, JM from Peru? Darius, huge win.
Huge win, and it's very difficult to breathe with that thing on. So we'll take that off, and that'll be my Halloween thing for the day. But great win, and I mean, Nylander played fantastic. We have Matthew Knies continuing what he's been doing all season long, and John Tavares is no longer sick, and it looks like he is playing with some passion, with some drive. He looks fantastic. So lots of light tonight. And of course, my guy, Joseph Woll, great game in net. And like you said, Seattle came in with the same record, I believe. So great game.
And Blake with the early donation. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween. What a shot by Matthews. Yeah, it was like a full shot off the side of the boards into the net. It was only Austin Matthews, or only a couple of players in the NHL could do that effectively and at least can shoot that. And I was like, yeah, I could probably go in. And it was Austin Matthews. Blake, thank you so much for the 279. Jim, what's up? Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. It was a huge win for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And again, coming in, the big storyline was they're starting Joseph Woll. Hopefully he can bounce back after his pretty lackluster performance in the last game. He did. He almost got the shutout. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do that. Obviously, Kraken had their net pulled with like 4 minutes left because they were down by 3. Yeah. But a very big win for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The second line looked great again. The defense looked great again. Matthew Knies looked phenomenal again, and things are starting to get underway now. We can also discuss, of course, the Timothy Liljegren trade and another move that is probably on the horizon here. We made a video on it today, so there's a lot of stuff. We haven't seen you guys since last stream. I believe it was Monday. Darius said at the end, next time we go here, we probably won't have Timothy Liljegren on the team. And Darius, you're absolutely right. Mo with the 10. Thank you so much, Mo. Nice intro music. I thought I was at a rave. Happy Halloween, everyone. Nice game. You all be safe. Mo, I'm so glad you're able to tune in. Hopefully you've been having a good Halloween tonight. And yeah, the music is a rave. It's great for when you get fired up wins. But Mo, great to see you. Jose with the 5. Thank you again, Mo, for the 10. Jose with the 5. Happy Halloween. Go Leafs go. Jose for a while, as if you, Mo. And Blake, of course, everybody. But thank you so much, Jose. Happy Halloween. Go Leafs go. Yeah, a great win on Halloween night. And there's a lot to go over here. What's up, Dan? What's up, Patrick? What's up, Paul? 2 wins in a row now. And they play again on a back-to-back. They play Saturday and then they play on Sunday. So they have a chance here to really sort out their record if they can take both of these. But thank you guys all thank you again, Mo, Blake, Jose. And just a crazy, crazy game. There's a lot of things, whether it was John Tavares' pass, Nylander being
Wow.
Mo with the 100. I actually wanted to do 100. Mo, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mo.
I know you've been supporting myself for a while, obviously on the just around everywhere. So thank you so much for that. I don't really know what to say, but Mo, thank you so much. Hopefully you're having a great Halloween. 100 is
that's our very first 100 on stream. So thank you so much, Mo.
Yeah, that is our biggest on-stream donation, Mo. Thank you so much. And it's for a good, the Leafs won. It's Halloween night. Hopefully you're enjoying Halloween. It's probably just getting underway in some parts, in the US and even Eastern. It's later for me, obviously, where I am, but Halloween's probably starting to come to an end. But Mo, thank you so much. That I don't even know what to say. If you want to say anything else in the chat again, or you can reach out after. Thank you so much, Mo. It's your support has been unbelievable for a very long time. So I don't really know what else to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Everyone spam Mo. Everyone spam Mo in the chat. Just Mo.
Jim's got the idea there.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Mo. And well, it took me out for a second. Thank you so much, Mo. Thanks again. We can talk in the game a little bit, I guess, here.
Yep.
a lot of different players played very, very well. I mean, whether it's Matthew Nyes, whether it's OEL continuing to play well, whether it's Joseph Woll, like a lot of things to take from this. And yeah, again, Mo, thank you so much.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, more. Great game from the Leafs, right? I mean, and when you look at Joseph Woll too, coming into this game, I think a lot of fans' confidence in him was a little bit shaky, honestly, because of the last game that he played, and it was his first of the season. So I thought that was a great game from Joseph Woll, and I would assume that he plays again Saturday. Like we were kind of talking about it in our video earlier today. I think that he plays again Saturday because it's in St. Louis. You know, he's from St. Louis, all this stuff. You know, he had the last poor effort against St. Louis, so I think he wants to get into that game. Obviously, he wants to get into that game. I think the coaching staff wants to put him into that game, and then it's a back-to-back with Minnesota. Minnesota is a better team, I think, than St. Louis, so you probably want to have your starter, quote-unquote, right, Stolarz for that game. So I'm thinking Stolarz is going to go on Sunday. But yeah, great effort all around. I mean, say what you want about Seattle. They're a middle of the pack team, right? And the Leafs shut them down all night. And they're doing a lot of the things that, you know, we were talking about against Tampa, right? And the other night, right? Like these things that they have to keep doing. And they're doing it now. So I guess, you know, last week we can just chalk it up to a bit of a slide, an early season slide. And I think this is what, you know, we'll see majority of the time from the Leafs this season. And they're slowly making their way back up the Atlantic Division standings. And I mean, I know it's early in the season. It's great though. I mean, you have to stay in the mix, right? You have to stay near the Florida Panthers right now. So, I mean, look at the Boston Bruins. They're not doing so great right now. So, it was a good game for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Mo is. I'll get to what you just said. Oh, sorry, you got the little taste of the music there. Mo with another 100. I was not done. Happy Halloween, Mo. I will throw the super chat back out there. I mean, everybody thanks Mo in the chat. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Mo. And again, I saw you said Mo will come to Toronto in April 2025. Mo, I'll message you off camera about that. I'll try to get up there for April. I am planning a trip to Toronto very soon, so maybe we can this time be able to go up there at the same time. But Mo, that is absurd. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, your support's been crazy. Again, let's get a Mo spam in the chat once again. The Toronto Maple Leafs are winning. Mo, thank you so much, and very generous of you. Very generous. And yeah, he's been supporting us for a while. So.
He's been a long-time supporter of a couple different channels, right? So thank you, Mo. We really appreciate that. And let's get some spam Mo in the chat. Let's get that going again. The Leafs won tonight. It's Halloween. Mo is here. Let's get it rolling, guys. Come on.
It's great vibes right now. It is great vibes. No, JM, no. He's been Mo's been around. Mo's been around a while. He's a huge supporter. Appreciate him very much. That's crazy. Yeah, Mo. So I'll reach out to you off stream as well, and we can see if we can get something going. So we're up there at the same time. Yeah, see get Peter down. Definitely get Peter down as well. And Darius will pop down as well. I'm sure.
I'll be there.
Yeah, talking about the game. Okay, one thing I do want to bring up now is Joseph Woll. The fact that he played so well this game, he'll probably also play well in the next. Not necessarily play well in the next game, but he's more. If he had a bad game today, probably a bigger question about which game he starts. Now I think they're fully confident having him start against the St. Louis Blues. And again, maybe they can get a win, for Craig Berube. Yeah, thank you again, Mo. And yeah, Shane, hopefully we'll be able to pop out as well. So like, we'll make that work. We'll definitely make that work. But yeah, Joseph Woll, phenomenal game, and Matthew Nyes as well. There's just a lot going on, but crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And I mean, in terms of like what you mentioned, I mean, they play St. Louis in St. Louis on Saturday, and I think that game means more to Craig Berube than the one just a couple of weeks ago where St. Louis was here. It's in St. Louis, so you have to win that game. I think, like you want to win every game, but I think you have to win this game on Saturday for sure for your coach to get everyone feeling good. And if you're Joseph Woll, it's a mental game too. If he's playing Saturday, we don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that he's playing Saturday, and it's a mental game. He's got to get over. Yeah, we're just assuming, but. He played well tonight. And like you said, like if it was a bad game, then maybe you're kind of like, well, okay, now like we have something on our hands here. We might have a problem here, but no, he played fantastic. We got Jim here.
Jim with the 20. You guys' support is crazy tonight. Yeah, Blake, that is the biggest donation on this for us. Yeah, when we've been live. The score was 4-1, Dustin. Jim, you've been supporting as well. Let me throw this up here. The hitting, energy, and offensive pressure in the second line. The production is contagious. Guys are buying in, and we are just getting started. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing was going to be how they bounce back after their 3 losses in a row, and they bounced back very, very well. They beat the undefeated Winnipeg Jets. They beat a very solid, so far at least, Seattle Kraken team. And now I think that they can take this momentum and go ahead and continue to win some games. We're going to have a tough game against the Minnesota Wild. We've been off to a hot start. Jim, thank you so much again for your support. What's up, John? What's up, Fanatic? Yeah, I mean, I like winning too. I think it's a very big win for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I love winning. I love it when the Toronto Maple Leafs win. Isn't everyone in a good mood tonight? This is great. Let's get some Go Leafs Go in the chat. And Jim, in terms of what you said, I totally agree. They need to buy in. It goes both ways. It's a two-way street. The players need to see that, what Craig Berube is preaching is working for them to buy in, and vice versa, right? So I like that, it looks like they're buying in. A lot of players seem to be. I still think that there's a few that,
I'm going to interrupt you.
Do a little bit more. Yeah,
Mo, have a great night. Mo, have a great night.
Thank you, Mo.
Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Again, we'll be in touch off stream about the trip, but have a great night, and everybody say goodbye to Mo. Thank you, Mo, for tuning in and the support. Thank you so much.
I also want to give you a shout out, Nick, because this is about you for a second, I think, because during the summer, the Leafs made a couple signings and I was on the OEL train. I was like, this guy is going to be a huge difference maker. People are like, what's this guy talking about? We're all seeing it now. He is a huge difference maker. I think everyone can agree OEL has been a great acquisition and everyone loves him so far, right?
Yep.
He's been great. But you, from the beginning, we're saying Stolarz is going to be the starter. And okay, I'll get to it in a second. Shane again.
Shane with the 5 gifted subs. So, Taco T88, Ben, Chloe, and CH, you now get a bunch of emails and very just full alert to everybody. Tomorrow we are redoing the emotes. We're going to have a bunch of new, Darius is, a bunch of new emotes coming for you all. So at the end of the stream, if you want to stay tuned to the end, I'll ask you guys for some things surrounding the emotes. But again, we're completely overhauling them tomorrow. So you have a bunch of new emotes. We'll have a bunch of new perks for that. So thank you so much, Shane, for the 5 gifted memberships. And again, it's a good time to become a member, rehauling things, getting new emotes, putting the captain on John Tavares' red cape. Yes, I hear you guys in the comment section. We're going to be doing that as well. Everything is going to be, we've just kind of been, there's been a lot going on. So we've been going for it one at a time. But the emotes are going to get reworked tomorrow. So hopefully for the stream on Saturday, we will have some new emotes for you guys. But at the very least, by next week. So now for the 10 more members that are in here from Jim, you're also going to get, we're definitely going to need to overhaul the membership. So Jimbo, Trader, Tom, Aiden, Stu, Anders, Troy, Mr. Cooper, Super, Noof, fellow Noofy, Neo. Okay, I think that's 10. Jim, thank you so much for the 10. Jim, K, boys, we've got the cup. Keep up the bids. 14K around the corner. K, it is around the corner. It's
very close.
The corner. K, thank you so much for the $10. That's your first super on this live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jim, for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank either Shane or Jim if you got the members. Aiden, I'm seeing you in here. Again, we're going to have new membership rewards very, very soon. There's going to be tons of different stuff surrounding that. Do you know how to give members? Shane or Jim, do you know how to? I'm assuming it's when you might know, Darius.
There should be I think a supers button on. I'm not exactly sure how it works on the other end, but Jim, they might know. Shane, they might be able to help out. I don't know exactly, but I think there's a supers button and there's different options, and I think you can do it through there.
Thank you guys so
not
much.
100%. Yeah, but thank you so much, everybody.
Emotes are coming. We're definitely gonna make them now.
I have a few in mind, but if people want to drop some that they think would be fun, like if you have an idea of like one that you would love to see that you want to use in the chat, let me know. I can make it. I want this to be fun for everybody. I want everybody to be able to use emotes that they want during streams. And we got some fun stuff planned. I'm working on some stuff, so it's going to be good.
Tyler saying, my son was born on Monday in the morning. Leafs beat the Jets on his birthday and now win the Kraken. Well, Tyler, congratulations, first of all.
Congratulations.
It's incredible. And yeah, hopefully, that's good vibes. It's good energy. And hopefully you're able to, get some sleep through those newborn phases. I'm sure I'm sure sleep is hard to come by. So hopefully the Leafs can help with that. Thank you guys so much again for all your support here. It's been unbelievable. Kay, Jim, everybody, Mo, of course, Blake, every single person who donated. Thank you guys. We're going to make sure to get the emotes going. We'll ask you at the end of the stream. So if you're a member, stay tuned to the end of the stream. We'll get your guys' thoughts on the emotes. Thank you guys so much. Now, we'll
dive into that
more
later.
Talk about the game a little bit. You were pumping me up, and I will let you continue pumping me up. I presume it was about Pacioretty.
Yeah, that's where I was going last. You said Stolarz during the summer was going to be the starter. Here he is. And you said Max
Never
Pacioretty.
mind. We got
I will
another
continue my
donation.
thought later.
Aiden, guys, just want to say you're some of the best channel you've so consistent helpful and make the 401 traffic a bit more bearable. Aiden, thank you so much for the donation. And yeah, that 401 is, I've heard it's no joke. And thank you.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
It is bad at all times of the day. So I appreciate that, Aiden, and the fact. Hopefully, we can get you to your destination a little bit faster.
Yeah,
If
thank
you're
you.
listening
We're not going to be
to the part, thank
stopping
you.
anytime soon, ever probably. So every single day, see, we pride ourselves on the consistency. So
Yeah.
that's, thank you so much. It means a lot, Aiden. Okay, now.
Yes.
Now
Pacioretty. You said he was going to be a great signing. He is. He is a great signing. He's fantastic. I was really skeptical about it during the summer. He's come in. He's been fantastic. He has way more points than I thought he would have at this point in the season.
Also
He's playing
productive.
physical.
Continue.
Yeah. He's playing incredibly physical and like throwing big hits tonight. You forget that he's like 6'3", 6'4". He's huge. Thank you, Jose. Well, we appreciate you. You've been around for a long time as well. But yeah, no, he's great. And now he's in the top 6. We were talking this summer. Is Pacioretty really going to be in the top 6? No way. He's going to be on the third line. Starts on the third line. Man, that second line, you can't break that up, man. They're playing fantastic right
He was
now.
healthy
Tavares,
scratched earlier in the season. Granted, he's an older player, but he's gonna need some rest. But
yeah,
he's looked great out there, and I am gonna take my props on that and the Stolarz. I was on both of those, and I mean Pacioretty is a difference maker. We said it last stream, and we're gonna continue to say it. I mean, he's gonna factor in every single night, and it just makes sense with this team. I think now the second line. You know, I wasn't fully expecting that, but that Pacioretty jerseys you guys voted on is going to age, I think, a little bit better than I
quite well for you. I think you should end up getting that. Actually, it might turn out good for you to come playoff time because the way he plays, man. No, he's playing good. Tavares looks like I don't think Tavares was ever bad or took that much of a dip. Honestly, I'm gonna chalk up that poor play like a week ago up to him being sick. Honestly, if you lose 8 pounds. That's a little bit crazy to me. That takes a while to get back up to speed. So I'm going to chalk that up to that. I think he's still a very good player. And I mean, Nylander, I think this guy can honestly score 50 goals. Like he is unbelievable. He's playing fantastic. Yeah.
Another 2 tonight, 6 shots on goal. You had Austin Matthews got a goal. I mean, that'll help for the stats. He still hasn't looked quite himself yet, but I'm hopeful he'll get there. Matthew Nyes opened up the scoring with a great goal, like 8 seconds left in the first, and then they scored. Willie scored with like 11 seconds into the second. So that sent a very big message very, very quickly. And, I mean, ultimately, the team looked very good tonight. Whether or not you want to, be worried about the losses before, they look good tonight. Connor Timmins back, of course, in the lineup. I mean, the Liljegren trade, which we'll get into in a little bit here, like that's kind of still fresh. Last time we streamed and talked to you guys on stream, Liljegren was still a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now he's not. You have a new guy, and it's just there's a lot going on right now. Stolarz is definitely, I think, at this point, definitely the number one. But I mean, if Woll continues to play well, they'll probably be splitting it half and half. And Aiden with the question, when do we worry about Matthew in a scoring number, slow start, or new role? It's a good question. I don't think I'm ever going to worry about his scoring numbers unless he gets like 10 goals in a year. But I think he'll slowly start to get it. Obviously, tonight he had the empty net goal.
I think that Aiden brings up a great point here. And the fact that he mentions at the end of his comment, could it be a new role? I don't know if it's a new role, but I think it's a new system. And last year was so much fun. He scored 69 goals. You're like, wow, this guy can almost score 70. He could have got to 80 if he didn't like have a slump, if you want to call it that, in the middle of the season. But where did that take us? To a first round exit against Boston. That sucks. So I'd rather him put up 40 goals, 45 goals, 50 goals, because I know he's still going to score at a very high clip. He's going to get going here soon, I think, once he figures out the new system, because I think he's playing pretty well defensively, to be honest. There's other centers around the league, top guys, that are not playing as well defensively, and the fans are letting them hear it. But he is playing very well defensively. I wouldn't say new role, just new system. He's going to get going. I'm not worried about how many goals he scores. I'm worried about come playoff time, can they play properly? Can the Toronto Maple Leafs win? Can they go deep in the playoffs? It's not about how many goals he scores anymore. To me, do fans really care too much? I don't care if Matthews finishes the season with 40 goals versus 60. I want to see them go further, right? I want to see him have a good year still, right? Like if he scores 30 goals, it's a little weird, but I think he's going to get going here. And as long as they're playing well in the playoffs when it matters, and playing well defensively, that's good for me.
Thank you so much, Kay. Best Leafs coverage in the game. Thank you. After every single game, we're gonna be here, at least unless something sometimes life comes up, but almost every single game. An interesting thing here, he's playing well. You're just not noticing the little things he's doing in defense. The game
Correct.
where they went to overtime and they, of course, lost, the game they should have stole against the Bruins. When you think about back to that, yeah, he gave up the horrible interception to Brad Marchand, I believe it was, who ended up scoring. But for
Mhm.
the last 3 minutes of that game, he was forechecking, he was winning every puck battle, and he was the one who scored to get them there. He's been doing that throughout the entire season. It was obviously heightened in that moment. He's been playing good hockey, and I don't think, personally, I think a lot of Leafs fans at this point, at least myself, I'm kind of over the whole, I don't really care how many goals he scores if the Leafs are winning games, because he scored 69 goals last year, he scored 50-plus goals a year before, all these different things. They never won. They're not winning series with that. And I'm not saying he can't score 60 and the Leafs win. They'll obviously do better if he scores a lot of goals, but I prefer him to do the other things right and get everybody else involved because he's naturally going to be a magnet for the other team's defense. It's just going to happen every single time. And if that opens up more space for Matthew Nyes, like it's been happening, if Matthew Nyes somehow finishes with more goals than Austin Matthews, we're probably in a better spot technically anyways, as long as they're winning games.
As long as they're winning games. That's my philosophy at this point. And I take it, I like to compare it a lot. And I said it, I think during the summer, I said it, last season in a couple of our videos. And I know there's a lot of new people here and just subscribed, in the last couple of months or so. But I really like to compare this to the Washington Capitals and Alex Ovechkin, right? He used to score 50, 60 goals a year. That's all he really did. And, he's a winger, so he doesn't really have to be too responsible defensively either. And everyone was saying, there's a lot of analysts at the time, 2016, 17, he will never win a Stanley Cup because of the way he plays. And it's just about goal scoring. It's just about goal scoring. And he changed the way he plays, not just him, but the entire team, and they won a Stanley Cup, right? So I liken it to that I think that the Leafs still have to turn that corner and learn how to play. And I think there's going to become a moment. For me, it's this year, because last year was a lot of fun. Like I said, Matthews was scoring so many goals. It was a lot of fun. But for me, it's this year. I do not care how many goals Austin Matthews scores or William Nylander, anybody for that matter. I care about how many games they win and if they're playing the right way when it matters in the playoffs, right? And I don't want to jump to April too soon, but I'm seeing a lot of things that are encouraging so far. But I also see some things that are, bad habits, but it's going to take time. So I'll leave it at that. I liken it to Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. I think they just have to turn the corner here a little bit. And I think Berube, there's a couple things that are different this year. They're playing differently. So it's looking good. And I think, like everyone's saying, Nyes being staple to that first line, he is going to make a lot of money, but I think he was going to make a lot of money anyway. He's a special player. I like power forwards.
Yeah, Shane, if there's two of us, yeah, one of us will be able to go live, and you might see me on a couple videos solo or streaming solo.
Well, that will be.
Yeah, that will be this
It's
week.
going to happen. It's going to happen, yeah.
Nyes, Patches, McMahon all look like they will add playoff depth. I mean, yeah, at this point, I'd consider Nyes a lot more than depth. I think he's a critical part of their team, especially during the playoffs. We saw how good he was in the playoffs last year, and the question was, could he contribute that much to the team this year? The answer has been yes so far. I mean, he's off to an absolutely on fire start, and there's a few questions I want to ask here, Darius. And obviously, it's the 31st, so there's going to be some moves tomorrow. Now, whether that is in the form of waivers, whether that's in the form of whatever it ends up being, moves are going to happen tomorrow in all likelihood. I've seen some rumblings of a guy like Pontus Holmberg even potentially getting moved or waived, whatever it ends up being. He had another rough game tonight. What do you think the Leafs do? And you can leave in the chat as well. Who do you think the Leafs give up or waive, I should say, because they still have to open up the roster spots. Now, it could be Philip Myers. It could be their new acquisition, the new defenseman. It could be Benning. It could be Pontus. I don't think it's a David Kampf trade at this point, but it's possible. Moves are coming for this team, and following this win, again, they're winning, though, with Pontus in the lineup. He just hasn't been playing great.
So this is where I fall on this. I was waiting for the first domino to fall, which I always believed was Timothy Liljegren. I thought
we made a video on it 4 hours before it happened.
That's right. And we've been talking about it since the season started, since he signed that contract. I was like, Liljegren is the odd man out. And you know what? At this point in time, I don't think there's another trade coming, but there are moves coming. Obviously, they need to move. I believe it's 2 players in terms of like either on waivers or send them down to make room for obviously Connor Duder and Hakanpää, who are going to be activated off LTIR, because I think both of them are actually healthy. Hakanpää has been skating and it sounds like he's very close. He could play next week. So that's going to be fun. But I think at this point, knowing Craig Berube and Brad Treliving and the fact that they acquired Benning, what's his name?
I think it's Benning.
I think it's Benning, right? And he has all this NHL experience. He's barely played in the AHL the last couple of years. I have a hard time believing that they're going to send that player down. I think we're going to see him in games. And I can see probably Myers right? Being sent down here or put on waivers, whatever you want to call it. Holmberg's another option because I don't think Craig Berube is a big fan of his. I love the player. I think he's going to figure it out, but I don't think Craig Berube is in love with the player right now. I don't think they're going to trade Nick Robertson. I still think that he factors into their plans. And of course, I, on the channel, am noted Nick Robertson defender. So I'm going to say that, of course. But I think it's probably Myers and maybe Holmberg, right? And I see a lot of people talking about.
Thank you, Aiden, for the 149. No message, but thank you very much for
Thank
that.
you, Aiden. No, there is a message. There's a mustache.
Mustache message.
It is officially it is officially November tomorrow. So that's going to be interesting as well. But I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I think possibly Holmberg, but I think Robertson factors into.
I mean, the easiest thing technically would be Benning and Myers, but I find it hard.
That's the easiest route. That's the easiest
hard to
route.
believe they're going to waive.
Correct.
Them. I don't know. I have a weird feeling that they obviously they needed to. San Jose needed to make a roster spot with all the cap, make all that work. I understand that. It just seems a bit interesting if I almost said Aiden Myers, if Philip Myers, not
Philip Myers,
or if Philip Myers and Benning are the one that goes down. I thought the mustache was going to be posted onto one of you. That would have been funny.
Coming soon.
Yeah,
it's from November.
Yeah, Darius is gonna have something. Something. I don't have the luxury. I'm not gonna be able to.
I will. I think I will be participating this year. Yes.
But yeah, it's very interesting. And again, it's probably gonna happen tomorrow. There's some other news. There's still a lot of news going down, and I think for now, I mean, David Camp's playing fine, so he probably stays. Yep. I know Shane, you want David Camp gone, but Connor Timmins has continued to play well. Nick Robertson, he actually was on the fourth line today, which was very interesting and. I mean, not a bad game. He only had a shot on goal, 10 minutes. Like, he's slowly starting to get phased out, unfortunately. And maybe that's just for now. Maybe that'll change. But I don't know. The situation is very interesting because they're winning games. They're not getting much from Nick Robertson. They're not getting much from Pontus Holmberg. I think Bobby McMahon's playing pretty well. I think he's playing probably the best out of those three. But, I mean, no three are really shining.
I think a lot of people get lost in certain players not producing. So, like, for me, in terms of Robertson, I think his game is great and he's not producing, right? But I don't think he's having a negative impact on games, right? There's a couple players like Holmberg, I think, earlier in the season, like against the Rangers. That's a player who had a negative impact in that game. Robertson, I haven't really seen that so far this year. He's not scoring like he's supposed to be, but he's not having a negative impact. So I don't think you get taken out of the lineup or traded if you're not having a negative impact on the game. You're just not scoring. And these players will have their moments. Blake Sim with a nice donation here.
If the Leafs or if Toronto wins the Stanley Cup, they need $200.
Sounds great to me. Oh, we're going to have a party that day.
If they win the Cup, these streams are going to be, that post-game stream, if they win the Cup, is going to be, really, they're going to be exciting all the way through the season because of how many storylines there is, but especially the playoffs. They're going to be, we did them briefly last year, but I'm assuming they make it, knock on wood. But even just the regular season, the streams are great, and I mean, it's thanks to you guys. You guys are tuning in every day.
Jim brings up a good point. Aiden, I'm so sorry if your brother gets waived tomorrow.
Jay also said he'll give 200 if the Cup wins. So, I mean, I'll donate 200 to myself, I guess.
Sure.
Or to the staff.
That would be a part. That would be a party today. No, I don't think.
I hope they go far. I hope they go far.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm a big fan of Robertson. I also see a lot of discourse, whether it be on Twitter, online, in our comment section. Sometimes Ryan Reeves being waived. It's not happening. It's not happening.
So. He has a lot of money left too.
A lot of term left and a lot of money for sure. And although that was probably paid up front, knowing the way they handle contracts, but nonetheless, I don't think he's going anywhere. I really don't. I think guys like that do have spots on this team. They probably could have went younger at the time for sure, but still, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Thank you, Marquise. Love the hat. I brought it out for Halloween. Of course, we wear it every stream, depending, when they win at least. So it is hurting my head though. So I'm gonna take it off in a minute because it is a huge hat. Also, if
we could potentially, sorry to cut you off, but we could also do our 3 stars coming up here soon of the game.
Yeah, definitely trade target Brock Nelson. Hit the like button. Let's try to get 50 likes. We're at 31. If you're in here and you haven't hit the like button, it would support myself and Darius. But Darius, let's do the 3 stars of the game. I'm gonna put my hat away because I don't want to get a headache. Everybody, 3 stars of the game tonight. 1 second. Move my hat. We're gonna put the glasses up here.
Let's get the glasses on. We will.
3 stars of the game.
3-star glasses. Here we are.
Oh, I forgot mine. Yeah, I put mine on too. 3-star of the game glasses.
Yep.
Let's really analyze here. Everybody, leave your 3 stars in the chat. if you're new to the stream, you can go ahead and put your 3 stars in the chat. We're going to start with the third. Darius, as per usual, we'll let you go first here. Third star of the night.
The third star of the night for me, I'm going to give it to Matthew Nyes. And it's because, in terms of the goal he scored, the play, was it all him? Probably not. It was a great play by Matthews off the draw and a nice, Marner probably should have shot it, but a nice pass in front. But he's driving the net. He's doing exactly what he needs to do, and he's continuing to score by doing the simple things. So I love that for Matthew Nyes. Matthew Nyes is my third star of the game.
My third star of the game is Joseph Woll coming in. Didn't have too much, not a ton of expectations. He had a phenomenal game, and got to give him credit where it's due. And hopefully he can continue to work on that. The biggest question now, I'm very intrigued to see who starts Saturday and Sunday. Probably Woll Saturday, but you never really know. I didn't expect Woll to play tonight. Great call by Craig Berube. He got the win, and he gets my third star of the night.
Joseph Woll will be my second star of the night. He played a great game. It's nice to see him get that confidence back. We know that he has the skill. He just has to stay healthy. I'm interested to see what game he plays on the weekend. I think it's the one in St. Louis, but we will see. But he's my second star of the night. I'm glad that he played a really good game tonight.
Mine is Max Pacioretty. He's once again, He's played a phenomenal game. He had an assist. He could have had a goal. He had a very good chance. Open net, got blocked. Phenomenal game for Max Pacioretty. I know that's not going to be the popular choice, but it's more so a bigger scope of how he's been throughout the season. I had to give him props. I think he was my first star in last game, and he's going to be my second star here tonight. And it could have probably went the other way around had Joseph Woll second. I just love the way Patch has played. I think he played a phenomenal game, and honorable mention to Matthew Nyes. Phenomenal player, phenomenal goal. He's been the story of one of the big stories of the season. But I think I'm a bit more surprised than I'm seeing from Max Pacioretty, so I'm going to give him the 2 spot. I'm also a noted Max Pacioretty supporter since they were rumored to sign him live on stream.
100%. Since day one, you've been saying it would be a good signing, and it has turned out that way so far. And for my first star, I would give it to the entire second line if I could, but those would be my honorable mentions. But of course, it's William Nylander. Another 2 goals on the season, and just a great game overall. And he's having a great season so far. And I mean, he's going to be a crucial player for the Leafs. Again, he gets it done in the playoffs all the time. So I love watching William Nylander play. It's my first star of the night.
Gotta be. William Nylander, the whole
no
second line. If we're talking about like the star of the week, which is something I just randomly came up with that we can maybe start doing at the end of the weeks. Obviously, this wouldn't be the end of the week; it would be Sunday. But for the last game of each week, maybe we can do a star of the week. That's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. But it would be the second line throughout the entire week. They played phenomenal. William Nylander, not even close. Phenomenal player. 2 goals. Contract looks great. He's driving. He had a couple rough games. He admitted after the fact that he had rough games, and incredible. Also, honorable mention to John Tavares for the play of the night. If we have a play of the night, obviously the pass. I mean, we got to start going like 10 stars because the way the Leafs have been playing lately are very good, but very good all the way around. John Tavares, great. Like, there wasn't many players who had bad games. I'd like to see Domi a bit more aggressive. He only, he didn't get a shot on goal tonight. I'd like to see some of the other guys continue to push a little bit. Mitch Marner, I mean, he still got on the board. He gets on the board in his sleep, though, ultimately. But
usually it just gets the job done quietly, yeah.
Yep, but phenomenal game. One of the better games we've... they had a few good games, but just a solid win. Like, it's one you needed. If they lose tonight, like, I wasn't going to hit the panic button or anything, but it's just a win that they needed to have, especially before their big game on Saturday and Sunday. And what's up, Marshall? I saw you say what's up. What's up? Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
And now, again, we all buckle up for Saturday, the Blues, Sunday, the Minnesota Wild. 2 pretty decent teams they're playing against. The Blues obviously aren't phenomenal. They're 5-6 at this time, but they beat us before. They beat the Leafs before. And then the Wild, very hot start to the season and haven't really cooled off. So it's going to be a huge weekend. And I don't know, Darius, it's looking very interesting. I'm just getting up the standings now surrounding the Atlantic Division. With that win, we're now still in third with behind the Panthers and the Lightning, who are both 7-3. Well, Florida being 7-3-1.
And the Leafs are right there. I mean, you get a win. Maybe you get 3 points out of this weekend, right? Like you're feeling good about yourself. So this is it's a crucial weekend because at this point, like you can't fall behind. You have to try and win this division. Like you have to try and play a wild card team in the playoffs this year. You cannot afford to play Boston if they sneak in again, or Tampa, or any of these teams, because just try and avoid that. Go for the division, man. Like that's another next step, even if you want to talk in terms of regular season. And Am I alone too? I want to get the chat's thoughts on this. Am I alone in thinking that these wins this year are so satisfying because of the way they're playing, right? Like they've won in the past, but you're like, well, same coach, we know what they're about. Sometimes they almost lost and they squeak out the win. You're not feeling too good about it. These wins are more satisfying to me this
Yeah,
year
it's
because
building up to something bigger is really the
yes,
thing.
yes. So I'm feeling really good about these wins. I feel really good after them because they earned it and they play really well. So it's good so far. It's a good start to the season, to be honest.
It's a good point, Jim. Historically, they don't show up for should win games. I think tonight was one of them. Like everyone,
Yeah,
the
there you
records
go.
were the same, but it was a should win game. And Saturday should win game. Sunday's going to be the big test. If they go ahead and win Saturday, and if they manage to win both this weekend, it's going to tell me a lot. Even if they split, depending on how it goes, I think that matters a little bit at this point. But they're actually, yeah, Paulie took the words out of my mouth. They're actually getting to the net. They're battling on the boards, the forecheck. Everything is looking good, especially Max Pacioretty. He's been battling, like throwing his body around at his age, checking along the boards, forechecking everything. It's been great.
The other thing I was worried about with Pacioretty, that now that you bring that up, is he was going to sign with the team, and I'm like, okay, he can go to the net and he's going to do his thing. He has a good shot, like he can score here and there. But I was like, is he going to be tentative to get into the dirty areas and like throw his body around because of his injury history, right? The last couple of years, he's not, and he's throwing his body around. I love it. He's going to the front of the net, man. That is a great signing. Super underrated at this point because a lot of people I think forgot about Max Pacioretty because of the last 2 years, but no, he can still get it done. He's had a great start to the season and he's been scratched, yes, but I think like forget about how he's playing. He's going to get scratched more this year. He's not going to play 82 games.
He might even get scratched one of the
right?
games in the back-to-backs this weekend.
He might, right? Like I would totally expect that, and I think everything's fine. He's playing well, manage him properly, and we'll be fine.
But it's not scratched in the sense of he's playing bad. It's in the sense of preserving his body because they have so many forwards at this point. Goaltending solves all issues there. I'm not grimacing at every shot. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Stolarz is a revelation this year. Like I don't know if anyone saw the highlight from last night with Ilya Samsonov, that 360 goal from I think it was Warren Fogle.
Brings back some interesting flashbacks from last season and interesting memories.
Yeah, they have some solid goaltending this year, and I think that's good. I think like not tensing up when you're watching the game when every shot goes towards the net is so nice. Like it's I can't remember what that feels like since Freddie Anderson, I think. So it's been a long time.
was a PTO, by the way. Let's not forget that. Granted, it was a PTO with the essential stipulation. Sorry, that he's going to be a Leaf, but it was. We rerun back, and I want to bring up this player, and I want to get your guys' thoughts in the comments or in the chat right now. Sorry, on him and Darius, you as well. Someone we haven't brought up probably in like 3 streams. Do you have any guess who it is?
It could be Chris Tanev. I mean,
Steven Lorentz. It is
Steven Lorentz. Okay, I was thinking that maybe too. Okay.
So how are we feeling about Steven Lorentz? Yeah, we haven't talked about him, which honestly could be perceived as a good thing. He is a fourth liner. I've seen him. He's played some solid games still. He's gotten a few shots on goal, but any worry about him potentially being the one, not waived or anything like that, but maybe taken out of the lineup, some things moving around, or I'm still liking what I'm seeing out of him. Yeah, like the points aren't falling. He had a point on the second night of the season against the Devils. We remember that. A goal, I think, actually, against the Devils second night of the season. Yeah. Hasn't scored since. I don't know if he's gotten on the board since. But for a fourth liner, I just wanted to bring him up because no one's really talking about him. I think he's still doing his job fine.
I think everyone was talking about him because he was the new guy around and the Leafs were playing a new style, and it really like was showcasing him at the start of the year. And obviously they didn't even score a goal against Montreal in the first game. So we're like, what do we even talk about? And it was Steven Lorentz. So that's quieted down, but I would never take him out of the lineup. He fills his role perfectly. I talked about it at the start of the year.
Shout out to ESPN for continuing to have him as a defenseman when we are now 10 games into the season. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, 11, I think, at this point, actually. Yeah. I don't know why that's still like that, but Steven Lorentz, defenseman. But yeah, no, he's been great. Like he's doing what he needs to do. He's there on the fourth line doing his thing. I was saying, we'll probably forget about him. He's not going to be a topic of conversation halfway through the season or anything, but he's going to do his job and he's going to do it very effectively. And that's exactly what he's doing. And nobody noticed him on the Florida Panthers either. But when he was called upon, he came in, did his job, and that was it. He wasn't a top guy or expected to score. He just comes in and does his thing. And the fourth line has been not bad. It hasn't been bad. Like it's been more reliable, I think, this year than in years past. You don't notice them as much. And he does a good job of when they score, Berube likes to put the fourth line out. A lot of coaches do actually, the fourth line out right after. And they do a good job of pressing. In the past, it's just been like, oh crap, the fourth line's out here and we're going to get pinned in here right after we scored. And it's not like that anymore. I see Lorentz getting in on the forecheck. So I love everything he brings. I don't think I wouldn't take him out of the lineup ever unless he's
No,
injured.
we've seen some games where fourth line scored, they brought it back out. They almost scored again. I forget which game that was, but we've seen it all the way along. So it's like, Steven, did Lorenz play D? Absolutely not. Nope,
Never. Not even in the
ever.
OHL. I used to
So,
watch him in the OHL too. He played for Peterborough. Never played in defense ever.
so
Maybe on the power play.
a weird oversight by ESPN, but I don't know. It's still interesting. And again, yeah, Chris Hansen's a guy. Again, we haven't spoken about too much. Been great. I mean, he's been as advertised. Ton of block shots. Robert, hope you're doing well. Glad you're tuning in. $5. Thank you so much for the super chat. The only thing as good as a Leafs win is a Bruins loss. All the kind of guys you seem like talking to friends after a game. Yeah, Robert, that's the. I mean, that's the goal. That's what we are doing. We're just talking some Leafs after every game. And again, we're going to be going through each game. I also thank you so much, Robert. Though that means a lot. Very nice comment of you. Someone commented and asked, I don't know where it is. Don't forgive me because I don't know who exactly it was. Maybe Blake Sim it was. You guys going live? You guys going live both nights? The answer this weekend is yes. We are going live both nights, Saturday and Sunday. I'll definitely be there Saturday, and Darius will definitely be there Sunday. We should both be there for both. However, we should both be there. It's been working that way, to be fair. We say we might be, and then we end up just both.
That game against the Bruins, I was like, there is absolutely no chance I'm going to be on the stream. We were talking off camera. I'm like, unfortunately, like I'm just not going to make it. And I was there for almost the entire thing. Yep. So it just happens that way.
We only missed one game, and that was when you were, I think, at the game. And I had some.
Yeah, that's right. I was literally there, and we were actually trying to figure out, like, could I call in? And there's just so many people around, like, it was just not going to work. So
yeah, I had some personal stuff going that night, so I wasn't able to go. But that's not going to happen very often. It's not going to happen very often. Almost every time one of us two are going to be on there. So again, like Darius said last stream, after every game, just assume. I say it in the video sometimes I forget. Assume there's a stream after every single game. And if there isn't, we'll probably give you some sort of notice. But just, again, after every game, it's been there. Honestly, these chats have boosted my Leafs fan experience. Yeah, they're a blast. Especially, like, even during the losses, because we know that it's such a long season. Talking through the losses, I feel like makes them sting a little bit less when you can actually get it out, because obviously losing it itself can be frustrating.
I think venting is a really good thing for Leafs fans after losses. We get all together, we'll regroup for the next one, and I think the Leafs will win more often than not this year. So regroup after the losses.
I'm in. Yeah, I was in Toronto in May actually during the playoffs.
That's right.
That was last season.
Yeah,
and I watched the Toronto Maple Leafs. In one of the, I forget one of the outdoor areas.
It was game 6. Yeah.
And it was electric. Yeah. And then game 7 I was in Montreal for. But yeah, we're gonna be up there again. I will be up there again. And Darius will obviously pop down. So I'll be up there, Jim. I'll be up there. I usually give you guys notice when I'm up there, and we can definitely have a meetup. Yeah, we could have done it for the last time I was up there, but obviously, we've grown a lot since then, and a lot of things are going down. So I'm gonna have to come up, and me and Darius will see a game this year. We're definitely that's on the agenda. At some point this year, we'll have to see the game.
Yeah, it's a long season, so we got some time here yet until the season ends. So, or maybe playoff time again, like you came down last year, right? Around playoff time. That was pretty intense, but
that was electric actually. Yeah,
it was crazy. Man. There is nothing better than playoffs.
Streets
in Toronto.
Were booming.
It is unbelievable. People just walking around with jerseys. Everyone's in a good mood, unless the game is over. Too. The Jays are on too, right? Like, or just starting around that time, right? So everyone's like kind of into that as well, right? So, man, that April, May is such it's electric in Toronto, especially when they're in the playoffs. It's fantastic. I love it.
It actually gets me excited. It's gonna be a electric time all season, though. I mean, we're now about an eighth of the way, a bit more than an eighth of the way through the season, and it's every game still feels super important. Thank you so much, John, because they are, to be fair, they're pushing for an Atlantic title, I guess you can call it, and it's going to make every game matter. In the past, regular season hasn't mattered as much, and that's because, obviously, Sheldon Keefe, same thing, will they perform in the playoffs? Now it's like, let's go win the division. We know, at least we're hoping, that their play style is going to help, propel them to to playoff success. Let me just say, I'm not going to say a cup. Let's just say playoff success. We'll take it one step at a time. Let's get to the playoffs first, because let's not forget, 2 games ago, out of a playoff spot. I think they're back in one now, but still.
I think if their new play style and more heavy play style translates to them winning an Atlantic division title
in the wild card spot, just to clarify.
Right now, yeah. But I mean, the division's so tight, especially at the top right now, and games played variable as well. But if they are able to win the Atlantic this year, which is going to be a tall task. Florida's rolling, right? Like a couple teams in the mix. But if they are able to do that with their new play style, I think we have something potentially special on our hands, because going into the playoffs, I feel like this style of play that they've kind of adopted so far is way, like, you'll have an easier time winning games, I think, if you actually play with some heart and play heavy. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not getting ahead of myself. Like you said, we're just, just a bit into the season here, but it's been fun. It's been fun to watch so far.
Yeah, and anyone who doesn't have tickets to Maple Leaf Square, it's a blast. Yeah, I wasn't able to get there for the game, but I went. It was something very similar. It was like an outdoor thing with a bunch of tables and the screen playing the game.
They have a ton of those.
It was loud.
Now.
It was loud.
Yeah, it's a good time. They have a ton, like, not just like restaurants I'm talking about, like in different cities around the GTA, they set up like a bunch now. It's a whole thing. So even when the Raptors were on their finals run, right? So that's kind of where it started. But no, it's been fun.
It's going to be electric all year long. Again, we went live during some of the playoff games, but it wasn't as structured last year. We weren't going live after every game. We obviously made it a big goal of ours to do that this year, which is something that we're going to do every single game. Monica Leba, no Steve Dangle. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
That's very interesting.
Nice.
Might take you up on that. We'll be in touch, Jim. That's intriguing. That's very intriguing. And yeah, definitely meet up once we're in Toronto, Jim. Definitely meet up once we are in Toronto. I know Mo.
I think we'll have. Sorry to cut you off.
We'll have to do some sort of mix. I know Mo, Shane.
Yeah, when that happens, yeah.
Mo and Shane, obviously, also. I've known both of them for a very long time, so we'll definitely have to meet up with them. And Mo said he was coming up in April, so maybe April's the time. Maybe April's the time for me to go up. I don't know how long, what point during the regular season that would be.
They still play well into April, I think.
Yeah,
like well into the
so
third.
It'll be the home stretch. It'll be the home stretch.
Yeah, it'll be fun. That's a good time of year too. It kind of the season kind of goes into this lull in like February, where it's like everything seems the same and they're trying out different players and maybe they're dealing with injuries and stuff like that. But then around April, you're like, all right, playoffs are here. It's exciting. So
it's a safe one,
nice.
Trader. Austin Matthews is probably the safest jersey to get. Yeah.
I would think that's the safest
Matthews,
jersey.
Where is it? I got Matthews here, Nylander, and what's next? Patches, because you guys voted for it.
Patches, that's right. Yeah, I think Matthews, especially with the C, is probably the safest jersey right now. You don't know what's going to happen with Tavares. Not that I don't know if anyone wants to buy a Tavares jersey. I'm a little bit biased.
You got a Domi jersey, and he hasn't shot on net since you bought the jersey.
Domi has one shot on net since I put that jersey up on my wall, I think. But that's just the type of player he is, man. But no, I have like a Matthews jersey behind me, the Bieber one, the flip side, and then a couple other Matthews as well. But before he was captain, of course.
Yep.
Might have to get that new one.
Yeah, I think I need to get a Nyes jersey, actually. I might go ahead and order that after the stream, if we're being honest. Because it's a bit empty there. There's spot for one more.
At least one more. You got
probably fit some more in. Got to keep some of the Jays merch, though.
Yeah.
Got to keep some of the Jays boost. Steve Dangle. He's an interesting guy. Steve Dangle's an interesting guy. Not everyone's cup of tea, but go old school.
Caberlet Gilmore Clark. I actually have an old school, in the Sundin era, I'll call it. They wore these white jerseys at home in the playoffs that had like a blue shoulder. It's my favorite Leaf jersey of all time, so I have one of those as well. It's really nice. They have to bring those back actually at some point, but my favorite jersey of all time.
Do you guys wear any jerseys when you're watching the game? I wear them if I'm going to my friend's house to watch a game. Otherwise, they usually stand there, and obviously we're making content a lot throughout the day, the nights, and things like that. And obviously, so when I'm here, I just leave it up. But yeah, like when I'm with my friends, I think a Nyes white would actually be great alongside here because I don't have a white one.
Yep. White. That's why I got the white Domi one, because I'm like, oh, I don't have a white jersey. Nice little contrast, right?
Best place to get any deals?
There's a couple. I might actually, you know what? I could prepare that for next stream. If you tune into to Saturday night, I could try and prepare something, because there's a lot of different options you can have now, especially with Fanatics taking over. There's a lot of different options, so I can maybe, like, I don't know, get something prepared for next stream and give you some rundown, because there's a lot of different options depending what you're looking for. But and you can get some deals. There's a couple websites that have some good ones, and they actually sell like the authentic stuff.
Yeah,
which is good. So
we only promote authentic gear here.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's authentic. It's authentic.
Never bought one else to a question. I have 50 different jerseys. And there's also, you can of course get, like, honestly, Facebook has some as well, like Facebook Marketplace, but you got to be careful with whether or not they're real, because most of them aren't. Yeah. Just the heads up there. Favorite jersey is created with Maple Leaf Garden Patch for the final season.
Crested with the Maple Leafs card. I wish I had a jersey like that. That is awesome.
Yeah, Trader, if you reach out, we can help you if you reach out to the Instagram is probably the best
Yeah,
spot.
Leafs Digest on Instagram if you have Instagram, and
Just DM.
I can share some things. Yeah.
DM on Leafs. It's Leafs Digest on Instagram or Twitter. I believe it's also Leafs Digest YT.
It might be Leafs YT. Yeah.
So
Leafs Digest YT.
either of those, if you guys ever want to reach out, and we're gonna be active. We're active on the Instagram now. So if you're on Instagram and if you ever want to reach out to one of us, that's the place to be. Probably Instagram or Twitter. It's or I think it's Leafs Digest actually. But either way, on Instagram it's Leafs Digest.
Yep.
You can DM us in there if you ever want to reach out with anything there. So we can give you some advice on that, Trader.
Yeah.
There's a few different ways to go.
I also have a ton of. Jay said he had
Robert with the 20, the late part of the stream 20. Thank you so much, Robert. Your thoughts on Matt Benning? Didn't know he was. Looked him up, man. Can he fight? But don't think he will play more moves coming due to 2 players coming off LTIR. Are we ahead of? Not just yet. So I'm assuming Habs. We're not ahead of them yet. I mean, they've been crushing it as well over there. So
yeah.
I mean, shout out to them. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And again, it's I think the longer the season goes, the better chance we have at catching up. Thank you so much for the 20. Yeah, Matt Benning. I don't think they're gonna waive him. I think he'll just be a depth defenseman, depending on Yanni Hakanpää and how Connor Timmins do. And yeah, more moves are coming because they need to make roster space for some of their guys, and that should happen tomorrow. And Darius, I don't know if you're gonna be in the videos tomorrow, so it might be me.
Not if there's roster moves, unfortunately. No, we have some other content planned. That should drop tomorrow.
You might see a solo Nick video once again.
I think so, yeah. But I'll be sure to text you my thoughts, and you
just
can
like
bring that up.
Just like the video.
Yeah. In terms of, thank you, Robert, again for the
Robert,
donation. In terms of Matt Benning, I remember watching him play a lot with the Oilers. He was with the Oilers, I think, at one point. He's a tough guy. I think Berube likes a player like that. I could see him getting some time. We'll see. We'll really see, because the easiest option would be to send him and probably Myers down at this point, just from what I'm seeing. So I'm not sure what they have in planned exactly, but we'll see. But I think I don't know. I think they might give him a look. I'm just based on what I do it, probably not. But based on what I know about Treliving and Berube so far, I could see them giving him a look. And in terms of
Jay. Have a great night.
Thank you, Jay. And in terms of Habs Digest, I will say, don't like the Montreal Canadiens. I don't like the Montreal Canadiens, but Josh and Jesse are killing it. Very good people over there on Habs Digest, and wishing them the best.
I want to pass them.
I hope we catch them. I hope we catch them.
Yeah. We're going to pass them. We have the best community on YouTube. We're going to pass them. Josh, I'm very sorry to hear that, but at least you have something to remember him with. And again, that's a very good jersey too, Matt Sundin. But yeah, it's sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. Matt Sundin, also, I think, my favorite Leaf of all time.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to drop in the comments maybe their favorite Leaf of all time, if we want to do that before we wrap up the stream,
I like that
definitely Matt
Anthony
Sundin for me.
Anthony Stolarz is my favorite Leaf
Austin
of all
Matthews.
time.
Yeah. I think, again, I'm a little bit younger, right? So Matt Sundin for me. But I do dabble with the Rangers. I think the Rangers they're a pretty good hockey club. I think they're a pretty good hockey club. Yeah, I do like the Rangers, yes. But the Toronto Maple Leafs, born and raised Toronto Maple Leafs fan, love the Toronto Maple Leafs, all 100% from Toronto as well. So love it.
Same. Good night, boys. Good night, John. Good night. Hope you have a great night. Again, we'll be back on Saturday night for a stream, and again, and probably Sunday. I mean, definitely Sunday. We'll be there for both of the games this weekend. That should be doable. You might have to, might be just you there on Sunday, but
we'll see. I'll the plan is to go live after both games. We'll just say that. But
we're trying to keep it.
And thank you everyone who's still here in the stream for 50 likes. That was our goal. So thank you so much.
Yeah, we hit it right at the end. All right, now that we're starting to wrap up, hold on, Nick. We can. Any questions you guys have? It's kind of just like an after hours thing right now, so may as well just just let them up. Nick, here's a question: do you watch the most baseball or hockey? That's exactly right, Jim. That is the best possible way to put it. I watch more. I mean, they kind of play at different times. So when the Leafs start, the Leafs or the Jays are over. So I watch them both. I mean, to be transparent, I watch both of them. I watch almost every single game because I obviously do Jays Digest every day, and I do Leafs Digest every day. So I do both. I watch every single Leafs game, most of them. every single Jays game. So pretty even, to be honest with you. Yeah.
The Jays also play literally every day.
Yeah. So
Every
that
single
season's a
major
grind.
league.
That season's a grind. But I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely more into the Leafs games right now than I was the Jays last season because of how bad they were. But different seasons. So I watch probably the same of both because I run Jays and Leafs, right? So it's kind of,
Well, whenever they're on, you're
I
watching.
kind of
them,
have
so
to, not
that's-
have
that's-
to, but I end up, I had to keep up with
Yeah.
with both. But couldn't ask for anything better, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I see a lot of Gilmores in there too. Tucker, Clark, of course, Wendell Clark, but
How many puck
Um,
bunnies you got there? That's an
Not-
after dark question.
no. I see a lot of Gilmores. Gilmore was actually my favorite player growing up, even though I'm a little bit younger and I didn't actually get to watch him play live. I wore 93 growing up as well because of Gilmore, but then like as I got older, I was like, yeah, Sundin's that guy. I like Sundin, so he's always been my favorite Sundin. I just love the way he played and for his size too, such a skilled player for his size. So love Matt Sundin.
Jim,
But,
Jay's Daily must be a tough guy. I mean, yeah, I've been daily. I don't think we've missed a Jays upload in months. I haven't missed a Jays upload in months. Haven't missed a Leaf upload in months. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's rough in the sense of the Jays. There's not much to talk about because they're not great, but it is what it is. How do you do 2 channels? Blake, I do more than 2, but it's I do more than 2. But
Yes, you do.
to answer your question, hard work.
Nick
I've been-
puts in the work.
I've been doing
Nick
it for a
puts in the
while. It gets you kind of get in the routine of it. Been doing it for years, so it's it's also my job, so it's that helps too. So we keep the puck. That's this is back straight in. I have a girlfriend. I have one girl. Any final questions before we wrap up? This is it's very interesting. It's past midnight for me right now. So any final
Yeah,
questions?
it's getting a little late here on Halloween here.
You have a broadcast background. Jim, I do not have a broadcast background. I did marketing in school. Graduated a few months ago. Marketing in school. So no, not a broadcast background, but it's been doing YouTube now for, what has it been? Years. So
Couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say real quick, if Joshua's heading out here, thank you, Joshua, for tuning into every stream. We appreciate you. We see you on every stream here and we see you in the comments as well. So thank you so much for the support all the time. And we hope you have a good night. Thank you.
Kit Kat or Coffee Crisp? Coffee Crisp.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I was hoping somebody was going to bring this up all night. And I'm very happy that they did. Nick, I'm very curious for your answer. And I
Coffee
think
Crisp for me for sure.
This is 100% Kit Kat for me.
Okay.
But I think Coffee Crisp is a very, like in that box.
This
right?
got you more fired up.
Yeah, I know than the game. In that box, listen, it's Kit Kat. It's Kit Kat all day. Thank you, Jim.
Oh boy.
In that box, Coffee Crisp is 2, but it's not 1. It's Kit Kat. But
Have a good
it is
evening,
2.
Paul.
It is 2.
While
Thank you,
Darius
Paul.
goes on a Kit Kat run.
Kit Kat is, come on, guys. Come on.
Very natural.
best.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay. We already did our 3 stars. Yeah. Any the final thoughts before we wrap up here for everyone who is in here? I'm seeing a lot of members obviously still in here. Any emote requests for us before you guys go for the stream?
Yeah, let's get that
on
going
Saturday.
a little bit. Yeah. Anything you would like to see, I can craft that up for everyone to use. And I really want to kind of rejig everything, have a fresh new look going here this year. So any ideas you have, I'll actually write them down so I can try and make some things and get this going for us here.
It's a good question, Archie. It was a good question. Got Darius fired up. So if you want to get Darius fired up, just ask about candy.
Ask about. I will say
chocolates.
I'm not a candy guy. I do like some chocolates here and there. I actually don't like too many sweets, but
Yeah, you had a cookie today. So
I did. That's right.
emote MVP cup. Okay. We're gonna get rid of the brew. I'm gonna keep a brew one for against the Devils, but there's trader. Yeah, it's crazy. Where's the suit? The suit will come out for a special occasion. Darius's suit. Got a lot of comments in the first stream. I also
That's right.
I also wore a blazer that stream, and no one even
batted
an eye.
batted an eye. You know why though, Nick? Because you were wearing a
hat.
gigantic 6-foot tall hat.
Yep.
Top hat. That's exactly why. But
It's probably there's gonna be some. I'm trying to think now. We
I
definitely
have some ideas. I think we'll have some fun with it for
It'll
sure.
be open because the more members we get, the more emotes we're allowed to have. In case you didn't know that. So we got 15 this stream. Hey, we got another 5 or 10 last stream, so we should be up now to be able to have a good few. And as we get more, we'll obviously continue to to add emotes, and that's the biggest thing. And again, once you every time you reach thresholds, it might be 50, 100, or whatever it is. We can keep you updated with them, but you're able to get more emotes, or I guess they're called emotes. Yeah, because right now we have a few. We have about 10, and some of them are a bit outdated. We obviously have our logo there, so enjoy, Archie. Be safe. It's legal. I'm assuming Canada, of course.
We are assuming in that case.
Nick can only see you from the Adam's apple up. What blazer? Now this wasn't today, by the way. This wasn't today.
Not today. No, this was our first stream of the season.
The first stream of the season with Habs Digest. You'll see it. We can't click the link in your IG. Yeah, I know. It's
we are getting that fixed.
Yeah, we should have got that fixed. So I do see. Yeah, we got the IG underway. The Twitter as well. We're getting fully underway. There, just for some more engagement, of course, with the with you all. It's not a hyperlink. Yeah, thank you, Trader. We got to. I'll fix that after the stream. I don't know why Instagram has been very weird lately, but we'll make it a link for you. All right.
It has been very weird lately. Actually, now that you bring that up, Instagram has
very
been
strange. Any final things before we leave? One of the longer streams. Well, about an hour, but it's good. You know, some more personality in this one. That's why I like the streams. Any final thoughts before we dip out? Again, it's it's very late. We'll be live on Monday. If you want more content, of course, we had a video earlier today. We'll have a video or two tomorrow, and another stream on Saturday. Darius, any final thoughts before we wrap? A very good stream. Thank you, Trader. Yeah, we've been grinding, Trader. We've been grinding. So
we definitely have been over the course of, I guess, a year at this point. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Great Leafs win here on Halloween. Lots to love about that win, and it's another big weekend for the Leafs, and we'll be here. So thank you everyone for tuning in again. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, everybody have a great evening. Stay safe, all that stuff. Hopefully you have a great Halloween. If you're still getting trick or treaters or you're trick-or-treating yourself, be safe, enjoy it, and have a great night, everybody. We'll see you in tomorrow's video, and yeah, we'll see you all on Saturday. We should both be here for that, and like always, we'll leave you with the outro.
Digest your daily dose of gold. Stories of the bold where legends untold. From first pop drop to the season's full. Tune in.